Welcome to Region 10 Live News. I'm David.
And I'm Serjan. And tonight is no ordinary night. Today is International Mother's Day. And we are dedicating this entire show to the mothers of Toastmasters.
We have three powerhouse Toastmasters mothers joining us tonight, including Serjan herself, plus a leadership masterclass from past District Director Emily Murray. But before anything else, Region 10, we want to see you. We are 8 districts strong. Type your district number and your city in the chat tonight.
And tonight, here is a special prompt. If you're a mother, or if you are watching this video show with your mother, or if you want to send love to a mother in Toastmasters, please drop a flower emoji in the chat. And let's float the screen with the flowers.
That's it. I love your flower there, Serjan. Was that from a garden? Do you have a garden to pick that from?
No, actually, I'm living in the city in Istanbul, but this is a flower for my kids. And it was a big bouquet, but I put a small one in my ear.
Oh, beautiful. So mum's bouquet. That's wonderful. And we see Lillian Shaftakola. Great to be with you tonight. Thanks for joining us, Lillian. Jamie Pickering's D25, District 25 in Texas. You might know our guest speaker. Welcome, Jamie. That's wonderful. And Virimba, I don't know which way to break up the name.
Yeah, we had the first flower from him or her. Yeah. I don't know, really. It's amazing.
And Paula Perina, of course, there. Thank you, Paula. Wonderful. Great. Well, look at that. Welcome, everyone. Omiya, welcome. Hello.
Hello, everyone. And keep those flowers coming. And while you do it, David, I want to ask you a question. What is the one thing you learned from your mother that you still use in your leadership style?
Thank you, Serjan. That is to double check. So my mum was always encouraging me, did you lock the door? Check it. And so I've applied that kind of logic in my way as a leader, where I might check in with someone and then just eventually double check that is that person comfortable if we've talked about a task or a project, or if I'm in Toastmasters, double checking, not just assuming that everyone is okay or happy with the situation. Things change. So a good double check for me is a long way towards being a good leader.
Yeah, I think it's a powerful advice for being a good leader. Thank you very much for your mother. And because of this, you're this David, the amazing David here, actually.
The double checker behind the scenes.
Yeah. And Region 10, type yours in the chat too. We want to hear what your mothers told you about yourself, and you are still using it in your life, in your leadership, or anywhere else in your life today.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll read some of those later. So mothers spot potential in their children long before the world sees it. And great leaders do exactly the same thing for their teams. Our first guest tonight knows this art deeply. Meet Emily Murray, DTM, past District Director of District 25, which is Dallas and New Mexico. So here's something that you don't know that is remarkable about Emily. Before she joined her club in Taiwan, she spent 6 months as a guest, just watching, just visiting, and then over 20 years and 3 continents, Taiwan, New Zealand, Oregon, and now Fort Worth, Texas. She has earned not 1, not 2, but 3 DTMs. She has served in every top District 25 leadership role. Her motto is share your sunshine. And tonight, she is sharing it with us. Her 7-minute masterclass, how to spot leadership potential in others, even when they are not ready yet. Let's watch.
Hi, Sunshines. I don't think we've met. I'm past District Director of District 25, Emily Murray. District 25 covers part of Texas and New Mexico. Today, I'm here to try to give you some of my glittering little gems and jewels, a little bit of insight on how I, as a leader, identify and encourage potential within our members. For me, it's become second nature, but I did have to learn how to do it. And if I can learn it, you can learn it. The starting point is something that comes pretty natural to most of us. Conversation. It's that getting to know you conversation. Not first date, but also not interview. We're going to engage in a curiosity-driven dialogue. I don't know you. What's your name? What club were you with? How long have you been in Toastmasters? Have you taken an officer role? Why are you in Toastmasters? Are you enjoying it so far? What brings you to this event? What are you learning? What would you like to learn? And then ask brilliant and appropriate follow-up questions that can help a person discover shimmering facets of themselves that they hadn't fully considered. Be careful not to interrogate, though. We want to create a genuine, warm glow in our conversation. We want, from our very first conversation, to be demonstrating how much we care and are genuinely interested in them. This is going to put into practice a very fundamental Toastmasters skill, active listening. We are not just hearing. That's a basic body function that most people do. We are actively listening, both to what people say and to what they don't say. Most of the time for me, my dazzling insight comes from being able to connect small twinkles that have been scattered throughout conversations, maybe one long conversation or maybe multiple conversations. It's very important that I know what each person is interested in, what they can do, what they would like to do, because that helps me find a great place for them to grow. As we all know, there are many vibrant possibilities out there for members to step into and to take on and to go and do amazing things with. But which one's the right one for the member that you're talking to? Which one will have the right size of stretch for what they're ready for? Where can they go to grow the most successfully? Now, don't be afraid to push them a bit. That stretch, that's where confidence grows. Help them craft a Toastmasters career path over the next 2 or 3 roles that build skills so that they can contribute valuable brilliance to their roles. Now, the best way for them to be able to contribute that valuable brilliance is if you are not just trying to fill a hole in a role. I'm not looking for a warm body. I want to create a mutually beneficial match that leads to radiant success on both sides. Something where the member is excited and eager and sees where they can contribute power and knowledge and value. And when they can do that, that's going to benefit my district in untold ways. In order to create the vibrancy of long-term success, relationships are key, and not superficial relationships. I know that there are a lot of people in your district. Are you going to remember every single one of them? No. Are you going to do your best to remember every single one of them? Yes. And I don't just mean their names. Remember something that they told you so that you can come back to it. You told me that you were working on a project to develop a mentoring program in your club. How did that go? You told me that you were looking for a new job. Did you find something that you liked? You told me you were thinking about running for an officer role. Did you do that? What role did you wind up in? When you can remember something about them next time, oh, they're going to like you. And when they like you, they're going to trust you. And when they trust you, they're going to believe you. And when they believe you, they're going to be confident in you. And along the way, that's going to reflect back on their own self. We need to show electric excitement for any success. We all have people in our districts that just need an opportunity. Give them a role and they'll run. It doesn't matter what the role is. They'll figure it out and they know they can, and off they go. And they do wonderful things and they're very successful. But there's quite likely to be a lot of others, especially the newer, shyer, quieter, more unsure members that might need to borrow your powerful belief in their abilities in order to help build a rock-solid foundation of trust and confidence. To briefly review the glimmer of insights I hope I've given you regarding how I find and encourage glittering gems of potential, Seek out people that you don't know and have a curiosity-driven conversation. Get to know them genuinely. Ask lots of thoughtful questions. Listen to what they say with crystal clarity. And by what they say, I mean both verbally and not verbally. Connect the glimmering dots between the said and the unsaid. Push people, not too fast, but with firm confidence. Demonstrate care. Because when people know that you genuinely care about their bright future, they're far more willing to step forward and grow in amazing ways. As has been said many, many times before, and is resoundingly true, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if you can demonstrate that and build a relationship built on honest, genuine care, you will have members that do amazing things. And with that final thought, have a sunny day.
Wow, Emily, welcome to the live stage, and thank you for giving up part of your Sunday. That was extraordinary. Thank you. Wow. Wow, truly, truly wonderful. I've written down so many notes about things that you've just said, and we could probably have a whole hour, but I've got a couple more questions that I'd like to ask you. Firstly, I mentioned in the biography there 6 months as a guest before joining your first club in Taiwan. 6 months. So I'm interested to know what kept you on the fence for that long, or what tipped you over, or did they hold, I was thinking, did they hold a meeting once a month or something like that? Oh, we don't hear you, Emily. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You cannot hear
now
me.
I can hear you.
Okay,
You're good to go. Fantastic.
Panic.
Good. Oh,
That
good.
is a fascinating question, and it is very amusing when I look back on it. I was working at a girls' high school in Taiwan, and the high school hosted a Toastmasters club. And one day my boss came in and said, "Hey, I have to give this speech in English this evening. Can you edit my speech?" So I went through it real quick, and then she said, "If you're free, why don't you come tonight?" Said nothing about Toastmasters, and I went, "Oh, this is my boss asking me to go listen to her give a speech. All right, I guess I'll go." And then I walked into this room of intelligent, caring, kind people, none of whom spoke English as a first language. And they were all there supporting each other and growing and learning. And I went, "Ooh, this is cool." But because I was just there to listen to my boss, and because I was a native English speaker, I didn't think about joining, and they didn't think about asking me. But I enjoyed the people. So I was like, "Hey, can I come back?" And they were like, "Sure, if you want to." So bi-monthly club, I came back. It wasn't until about like month 3 or 4 somebody finally went, "You know, you could join if you wanted to." And I thought, because I already speak English, we're good.
Yes.
But then a couple months later, I went, "You know what? Whether or not I already speak English, I love these people, and I would like to be part of this." So that's how it kind of happened.
Oh, that's amazing. And I really ties into what you said during your speech about getting to know people, building relationships. I love that you said, if we like you, we trust you, we believe in you, we become confident in the other, in you, in that relationship. I think that's really great that we demonstrate care and we find confidence. Thank you so much. I mean, you've given me so many tips there. So I'd like to ask, Taiwan, New Zealand, Oregon, Fort Worth, 3 DTMs now across 3 continents, or across different continents. What was the hardest move, and what did Toastmasters give you that the move could not take away?
The hardest move was actually Taiwan to New Zealand. Taiwan, I had lived in for my entirety of my 20s, and I was very at home there. With Toastmasters, I'd created a family, friends all over the country, and I had just this glorious life, and I gave it all up. I didn't return to the US. I went straight to New Zealand, and I lost everything. All of my friends were gone. All of the very close relationships with people I had considered family was gone. Income was gone. Everything was new. I moved down there to pursue a master's degree, and I loved it. But I honestly hit a little bit of depression. Homesickness is what had happened. But what Toastmasters has given me since day one in that first club in Taiwan, but what helped me through in New Zealand and in future moves, is that sense of family. Toastmasters care about you. Toastmasters are Toastmasters, no matter where you are in the world. And they are caring, and they are supportive, and they are accepting, and they are eager to see you and learn about you and know about you and watch you do things and help you. And that's what I've taken with me for 20 plus years.
Yeah, and I'm sure you bring that spirit. If I were to visit you in, it's in Fort Worth, Texas now that you are. So if I was to come to your club and maybe I was moving to Texas, I'd probably slip right in your in your club environment and be able to build friends, as you said. So that's something that we really think about, because many people do move around the world. So being able to recognize, yeah, I might be leaving one Toastmasters family, but I'm coming into my, new cousins in New Zealand in your case. So that's fabulous. Thank you for sharing. And the last question I have here is, share your sunshine. Where did that motto come from? And was there a person or a moment or a club or something that helped you to adopt that?
I am obnoxiously positive.
I get that feeling.
The way that we phrase it is, I am positively obnoxious about being obnoxiously positive. We do not use the acronym, though, because that's not a good acronym. So I've been called Little Miss Sunshine. I have all of the energy. Going to Toastmasters, being at Toastmasters, doing Toastmasters things makes me pop. And the thing is that what makes Toastmasters great is all of us sharing what's inside us to grow other people, right? This is what my happy place is, my skills, my strength, my knowledge. If I share that with you, then you can grow too. And that's where my idea came from, is because that's my sunshine. Sharing with you helps you grow, right? And so that's that. It just sort of, it was an awkward, it took much more evolution than that, but that's where it came from at the base.
Beautiful. I love that, because then sharing is about others. It's about giving that out. And I'm a coach in emotional intelligence, and we always talk about being a human Wi-Fi. We're sending and receiving emotions all the time. And as you said, maybe yours are just obnoxiously positive. And why not? Because we need that in our world right now. So, I mean, that's fabulous. So we could talk for hours, Emily. Maybe we could have you back at another part. Maybe we're going to have hopefully another season coming up. We'd love to hear more about your journey and, of course, all of your leadership experience as well. So thank you for joining us here tonight on Region 10 Live News. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day. And for those who are watching now, perhaps in the past, go back and watch Emily's speech again. Or if you're watching live, grab the recording after the hour and go back and listen to the insights that are there. I really loved hearing all about how we can, really find people, help them grow, and then build that trust. And I love what you said, Emily. Where can they go to grow? I mean, thank you. That's so good. So we'll see you again, and thanks for joining us.
You have a lovely day. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye. Region 10, that brings us now to the heart of tonight's show. And yesterday, I had the absolute pleasure to sit down with 3 Toastmasters mothers from across our region, 3 districts, 3 complete different stories. And one of the conversations was and it was one of the most, I should say, honest conversations that we've ever recorded for this show.
Yes, David, that interview was really beautiful, and I cannot wait for everyone to see it. But before we get into that interview, there is something we have to share first, because behind every Toastmasters mother, there is a family watching her shine, watching her practice speeches in the kitchen, watching her come late from a club meeting, and watching her grow.
And tonight, those families have something to say back.
Region 10, watch this.
What do you think about Toastmasters?
I like Toastmasters because I see my mom traveling around the world.
So it means that you love Toastmasters because it's about traveling?
Yes, it looks like a job.
Right, for me it is. It means that maybe it's too much sometimes. Okay, good feedback. And Georgia, do you want to be a Toastmasters?
Yes, I like Toastmasters.
This is the family. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
This is Sercan, and today my guest is my daughter, Deniz. Since I've been a member for more than 10 years, she has been the biggest witnesses of my journey. Regarding Mother's Day, I'm going to ask a few questions about this journey. Hello, Denise. Welcome.
Hi.
My first question is, you listen to my speeches in many online meetings. What do you think about my speeches?
I really enjoy my mom's speeches because she tells real stories from her life, and it is always very fun for me to listen to her.
Did watching me speaking on stage help you in your own life?
People usually tell me that I speak well, so I think listening to my mom's speeches helped me so much.
And what did you learn from my speaking journey?
I learned that when you truly focus on something, you can achieve anything.
And the last question, would you like to join Toastmasters one day?
Yes, I would love to join Toastmasters.
Thank you very much for coming today for Mother's Day, Denise. It has been a true pleasure to have this journey with you as well.
Yeah.
What positive changes have you noticed in your mom because of Toastmasters?
The first change I noticed was the fact that she got a lot happier over a short period of time, which I didn't really get why. But after some time, it became really obvious because she gained a sense of community. She got a lot of new friends that had the same interests as her. And another thing was that she got to travel to many new places, and especially to United States, which was a long dream of her ever since she was a child.
How has Toastmasters changed your relationship with your mom in any aspect?
I think what's changed in our relationship because of Toastmasters is that I got to know that we share some mutual interests, but in really non-conventional way.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Well, there you go. Wow, Region 10. I mean, I'm moved. I loved seeing you there, Serjan, with your daughter. Those are the voices that matter the most, and those are the family members who get to grow up watching their mothers lead.
And that's the real reason we all do all of this.
Absolutely. So sit back, everyone, get comfortable. This is Katja, Magdalena, and Serjan in the interview. We are sitting down with 3 Toastmasters mothers from across our region. 3 districts, 3 complete different stories, and one beautiful thing in common. They are all leading at home and on stage at the same time. Let's bring them in one by one. First, please welcome Katja Burdett from Toastmasters Torino. Katja has been a Toastmaster since 2012. Last year, she served as Program Quality Director of District 109 and helped lead it to Smedley Distinguished District. This year, she is the District Director of 109. By day, she's Head of Purchasing and Supply Chain at She Schaefer International, a Certified Project Manager, and a TEDx Speaker Coach in Torino and Spoleto. On weekends, you'll find her on skates or in the pool. And at home, she's a mother of 2 daughters. Welcome, Katja.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your great presentation.
It's wonderful to have you here with us, Katja. And quick one before we dive in. Skating or swimming? Which one wins on a Sunday morning?
Swimming? Swimming.
And with your daughters as well? Or is it just mum's time only?
This is something that we can share together. Sport is always a sort of space where we can share with kids, also with husband, all together.
Beautiful. I love that.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. And the weather's getting better, so that's wonderful. So thanks, Katja. So joining Katja on stage now, please welcome the District Director of District 108, Magdalena Sarai. Magdalena joined Toastmasters in 2019 and earned her DTM in 2025. And this year, she serves as District Director of District 108 after serving at all leadership levels within her district. By day, she leads a communication and promotion at a major Polish company, and in her own city of Rzeszów, has served on her neighborhood council for nearly 10 years, helping families build playgrounds, run festivals, and bring the community together. Magdalena, welcome.
Hello, good morning. You have wonderful spice. You know a lot about me. Thank you.
Yes, we've certainly dug deep there with our team there, finding out all the things that you do, which is wonderful. And Magdalena, I want to ask you, from member to district director in just 6 years, that's fast. What does Sunday afternoon look like at your house when both mum and district director are on the same calendar?
Well, being a mother during the weekends, it's only being a mother. So only if it's absolutely necessary, I turn to the district director mode.
Mhm.
In the meantime, I'm just a mother and I try to devote my time to my daughter.
Wonderful, wonderful. Not just a mother, being a wonderful mother, I'm sure. So thank you very much. And now to our third mother. Many of you know her already. She is our live news anchor with me here every Sunday. But this past January, Sejan Akdemir made a bold move. After years leading global channels and sales for major international companies, she walked away from the corporate world. Today, she runs her own YouTube channel, interviewing leaders all across Turkey. She travels her country delivering keynotes for some of the biggest companies in the corporate world. Storyteller, leader, and today, for the first time on our show, interviewee. Serjan, welcome to the other side of the desk.
Thank you, David. Actually, it's an honor to be your guest here. Very happy to be here without any background. It's at my home. Really
Yeah.
enjoy it. Thank you.
Knowing a little bit more about who you are, that's wonderful. So Serjan, last January, you left a stable corporate career. On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared were you the morning that you handed in your notice?
Actually, I was not saying it's a scary moment, but it's like a very big empty space. And honestly, it was something that I planned for a long time. But when I first start without corporate life in my life, first day, it was like I'm walking in a road with unknown road without a map. Because till that moment, because I was a corporate person last 25 years, that's why everything had structures, meetings, and responsibilities, expectations. And one day, the only thing is me and myself. That's why that was scary, maybe about 9 to 10.
Okay.
But also it's a big freedom as well.
That's wonderful. Great. Well, we look forward to finding out more from you about that journey as we go through. So I welcome back now our other mothers. So we'll have our panel discussion. We've got some questions here that I'd like to ask some of you, all of you, but of course, if there's something that pops up, feel free to jump in. Katja, let's start with you. You speak in front of audiences, lead meetings, and communicate with confidence every day. Has Toastmasters changed the way you communicate at home with your daughters or with your family?
Well, actually, when I started Toastmasters, it was 15 years ago. So apparently, they changed my way. I was already in Toastmasters when my daughters were born, just 1 year after my marriage. In a way, we grew up together. Toastmasters definitely helped me to communicate with more empathy and also giving feedback at the same time. It helps to be more aware. And it's so important in a family when my daughters were growing up, because in some way I was able to be close to them, close to their problems. And in some way, Toastmasters helped me to feel a better mother.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. And ladies as well, did you have the same experience, or was it, have you been growing with your children and Toastmasters, or one before the other? What do you think, Magdalena? Just a quick response there.
Yeah, exactly. Toastmasters just helped me be more fluent, more better as mother, more communicate. Yes.
Okay, cool. I love that. And Serjan?
Yeah, actually, I'm also a member more than 10 years. Actually, they helped me to make better speeches because all the things, the stories that we came through with my kids, I put it on stage and it was really fun for me as well.
Oh, I love that. So you've got plenty of material, the three of you, to draw on from family life for your speaking life. That's a nice connection to explore further. So Magdalena, speaking of communicating at home, here's one for you about the other direction, finding time for yourself. So being a parent takes a lot of time and energy. How do you still find time to prepare and practice your speeches?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the time, usually in the evenings, because the child still is my priority. But the Toastmasters helped me a lot to prepare speeches based on my experience as mother, give me a lot of food for thoughts in this matter. And yes, that's my everyday life.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Keeping those priorities clean there. And Katja, coming back to you, same theme, but bigger step here. Many mothers put themselves last. So how do you make space for your own personal growth in amongst the meetings, speech preparation, club leadership in the middle of daily life?
Yeah, honestly, sometime I did too. But Toastmasters became one of the few spaces where I was truly myself. And I live with Toastmasters starting in the morning because thanks to the job that I have 1 hour from home, I can drive, and it helps me to think about my speeches, to think about strategies, leadership. And when I come back during 6 o'clock, usually I pass all the time calling. And so in this way, I can dedicate some space. And when I arrive at home, if I have speeches, of course, my preferred audience are my daughters. And you know what? I'm receiving some unexpected feedback, because from Toastmasters, always feedback are more like the same, but they are kids and they are giving something really, really out of the box. And it helps me. And sometimes we do in the opposite. So when they have to prepare interview for school, I start from the other side and I say, oh, too many Katja, Chiara, could you repeat again from the beginning without M? So it's funny.
Wonderful. Yeah. Training those skills early, I think, is really important. So that's wonderful.
Right.
Now, Serjan, speaking of making space, you've made a lot of space since January. Let's talk about that. Last January, leaving your corporate job, what did your kids say when you told them?
Actually, at first, they were so happy and they were saying, yeah, we will spend more time with my mom. But it was not the truth because they had known for a long time that I was preparing for something different, because I was doing YouTube when I was working, and also swimming is in my life, and doing trainings, and they were expecting something different, which has also happened because I'm still working a lot. But the good thing is, I think the mood of myself is become better, and they see that I really enjoy what I'm doing, and it affects all the climate, all the energy in house as well. That's why now we are all happy that we go through in this journey together.
That's wonderful. I know my own wife has said to me, why am I the barometer for everybody else's happiness in the house? And I'm hearing that from the three of you as well, that your mood, your ability to have that personal time, of course, then is important. And so making that shift and bringing the smiles, it's wonderful. Magdalena, let's lighten the room a little bit more. So this one is for the Toastmasters in the audience. If raising a child were a Toastmasters speech project, which one would it be and why?
When I'm thinking about Toastmasters projects, I can just tell you right off the cuff, lots of projects that I've already carried out with my daughter. So when she was younger, in the morning, I just repeated the projects on understanding your communication style, and then effective body language, and then active listening throughout the day, prepare for an interview where I learned how to answer unexpected questions, and how to, another one, evaluation and feedback, how to receive feedback, just like Katja mentioned, difficult feedback, to how to receive and cope with it. And then in the evening, my daughter also always required me to think of stories, fairy tales. So connect with your audience, use descriptive language. So many projects that I had to, carry out. Toastmasters is the best environment for mothers to become mothers in the process, and mothers just like me, because at the moment I'm doing the most difficult project, to reflect on your path, because my daughter is in her 20s right now.
Cool. That's amazing. So I guess different types of projects and really, but certainly skills that can help her in her life, which is wonderful. So turning to you now, Katja, staying in the funny zone for one more question. Has there ever been a moment when your Toastmasters life and motherhood completely collided in a funny way or even in a memorable way?
Oh, there are lots of moments because actually I love sharing everything that is about Toastmasters with my daughters. But I can tell you that, for example, when we have big parties, I have the attitude to invite here Toastmasters and we joke together. For example, the first day of the year, this year, I was with 15 Toastmasters in my house and we did a dinner with crime and mystery. And it was so funny because they were preparing all the story, they were preparing all characters, and we had all the day talking, explaining the story to a funny game. It was so amazing. And actually, when I was hearing you ask me a mix, immediately I had the vision that I feel a mother also in Toastmasters, especially with my mentees or with my clubs where I feel like a mother. So I try to do things for them with the same style that I'm using with my kids. And this is something great to realize because allow me, and this is one of the reasons why I love so much Toastmasters, allow me to be myself. My job, I have the difficulty to be mother and manager. Because when you are so sweet, when you are taking care so much, you appear weak in some way. But in Toastmasters, this kind of attitude, taking care of things, allow people, take the hands step by step, be really, really cute with them, allows me to be myself.
Sajan and Magdalena, have you had the same experience? So what I'm hearing is that for Katya, it's about, it's not a distinct role. There's a meshing of the two roles in your life and one influencing the other in positive ways. Have you had a similar experience?
Definitely. And when Katya was talking about her daughter's friends and working with them, I just recall that I also had this challenge with my daughter's friends. I had to learn how to communicate with young people. And I also brought my daughter to my Toastmasters club. So that's it.
Good. So then she can see too, what does mum do? I like that. And Sajan, what about you?
I agree, by the way, Magdalena's and Katya's opinions. And I want to add one more thing. What I see with my kids is because that generation do not express themselves very easily. They are more introvert, I think. But when I see my kids communicating with their friends and with their teachers, they are more talking openly like a Toastmaster. That's why I'm so happy because they watched me, especially in the pandemic days when I was practicing at home and all this contests and everything. I think they copied it without I'm teaching them, by the way, and they are using and they are very good at in this communication as well, which I'm so happy for it.
That's wonderful. And I can imagine all three of you beautiful role models for your family and your community as well. So it's really wonderful. So Sajan, you spend your days now interviewing leaders. Let's bring some of that wisdom into the room. You interview leaders in the sense of, where they are now. So what's the best advice that you've heard from one of them that you brought home to your kids?
Thank you. Thank you for asking. Actually, I've interviewed more than 60 leaders in Turkey. I continue to do it. And all of them has very different messages. I remember the first interview. He was the HP CEO of Turkey, and he's very famous in this technology sector. And he's a very good speaker. And I was planning to talk about technology, where is it moving and such things. And also I had some leadership questions. And he said very clearly that everything beyond technology and work, corporate life, the most important thing is you need to know why you do what you do. Like Simon Sinek said, the golden circle. And it really hits me. And he used a quote, especially it fits to my position as well, from Marcus Aurelius. I think this is the best quote nowadays for me. Not fear death, fear never beginning to live. Because actually we all expecting the perfect moments, perfect conditions to do something different. But we need to start right now. This is one of the quotes always I'm using to my kids as well. Really live your life with a purpose and with what you want to do it in your life. I hope they will do it like that.
That's beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you. And Katja, one of your daughters there coming in for a quick kiss. I love that. That's made the program tonight to have that.
She's
special
just arriving
moment.
now, so she
Beautiful.
was attending.
There you go. First thing, I got to kiss mom. Doesn't matter what she's doing, give her a kiss. I love that. So I just want to share, when I was younger, when I had I have two sons, they're in kindergarten and primary school. And I think one of them, I was having a career day, and they went around the room. What does your dad do? What does your mum do? And things like this. And they said, well, mum's an opera singer and dad does Toastmasters. So my question here for you is, what does your child think you do at Toastmasters? And I want to ask all three of you. Let's start with you, Serjan. And I know, Magdalena, you have an older child now, but maybe think when they were younger. Maybe there was a moment in life where you were a Toastmaster and then they had to sort of find out what it was. So Serjan, what do you think?
Actually, they think that I was working for Toastmasters as a professional,
Right.
because every night we had a meeting, especially when I was the president or
Yes.
in the PR for a long, I think more than 7 years, I was in PR in my club
Yeah.
as well, and the president, and they were thinking that it's a corporate life as well. And they
Right.
think that I'm working for a technology company, especially at the same time Toastmasters.
That's
And
Toastmasters.
sometimes when they want to spend some time with me, they were actually angry. Always Toastmasters night for you. But at the end of the day, after I finished that meetings with full of energy, they really
Mhm.
like it. Of course, I mean, kids are always jealous of their mothers. I mean, they want their mothers always with them. But I think they understood after 10 years that
Yeah.
Toastmasters was one of the main pillars in my life. And now they're okay with it and they are happy for it.
And maybe they know you don't make any money out of it either. Katja, what about you?
Okay, my daughters know exactly what is Toastmasters,
Yeah.
but my husband is remember every time that this is not a job. But for my kids, actually, it is. They are so respectful about my time.
Mhm.
Of
Mhm.
course, kids ever or weekends or celebration, they are coming here because my house allows that.
Mhm.
And I'm doing, Toastmasters meeting, other kids, they are Semi and my daughters, oh, don't worry, she's doing Toastmasters.
Toastmasters, yeah.
Right. And then my Chiara, you see, Georgia is 10 years old, Chiara is
Yeah.
13 years old. And
Yeah.
Chiara sometimes she tries to do Toastmasters with other schoolmates. And
Yeah.
we are trying also to have a speechcraft program with the classroom of Chiara. Let's see, because now he's in the
Cool.
second year. He's
Yeah.
13. Maybe next year we are able.
Mm.
So she was impressed in a positive way. She
Yeah.
wants to help others.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there is you helping out there. So that's wonderful. So Magdalena may have just dropped out there. So we'll bring her back in shortly. Hopefully our tech team's working on that. So a question to you both. If you gave a short Mother's Day toast to all the mothers in your club, what would you want to say to them? So welcome back, Magdalena. We just had a question. I think the internet dropped out for us, so we all had a moment of panic. But the question is, if you gave a short Mother's Day toast to all the mothers in your club, what would you want to say to them? Thinking about the mothers in your club. So Serjan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, actually, also, I want to say something for my mother as well, because we talk about our kids, but without my mother, I think I couldn't be here. Let me get my coffee then for a toast. Actually,
That's
to
nice.
a woman who told us our words and our
Mhm.
first courage to do everything in our life. Really happy Mother's Day to every mother and the people who feels mother. It's
Yeah.
very important. And behind, I think, every confident speaker, there is often a mother who first listen with
Yes.
love. Thank you
Yeah.
for it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Magdalena, what about you?
I would tell to all the females being in Toastmasters and wondering whether they are able to combine those two roles. Just do not fear, just go for it. And you'll definitely find out that Toastmasters will help you in your mother role. And it will help you become better. It will help you grow. And it will help you become even happier in your life.
I'm feeling that energy from the three of you today. Katja, how would you toast the mothers of your club and the mother figures, as Serjan said?
For me, a toast should be to all mothers that they are living their feelings, their passion with the courage to be authentic and smiling at home and smiling at club meeting. And also, I really want to have a toast for big hugs, because now we can, and this is something amazing.
That's beautiful. Thank you. So before we go, one last question again for all three of you. Take it in turns. There's no wrong, no right answer. Years from now, what do you hope your children remember most about you? Katja, would you go first, please?
I hope my children will remember that I try to live with my passion, courage, authenticity. And also I hope they remember a mother who kept learning, who cared deeply about people, who showed them that it's possible to grow together, help others, and also be themselves and be myself.
That's beautiful. Magdalena, what about you?
What I would say is that my daughter remembers that we can grow, we can have our personal goals, and that life is not only about making others happy. It's making sure that we can be happy as well. And that's what Toastmasters made me happier.
That's wonderful to hear. And Serjan, what about you to finish us off?
I want my kids to remember me with my joyful, enthusiastic, passionate way of living life. And I want them to say that my mother was really doing what she wants to do in her life. I mean, without fear, she tried a lot. Sometimes she achieved results. Sometimes she failed, but she lived a life as she wants to live.
That's beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Katja, Magdalena, and Serjan. Really, thank you for your honesty, for your time, and for being the leaders who are raising children at home, but also raising leaders and making new people more confident, more competent in our region as well. So Region 10, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And we'll go now back to the desk. Serjan, welcome back to the anchor desk. How does it feel to watch yourself as you usually ask the questions?
Yeah, actually, honestly, strange at first, but it's an honor to be your guest, by the way, David. You are doing amazing, really. But what I realize is it is easy to ask questions, but it is difficult to answer it with truthfully, I mean, because when the microphone turns towards you, you listen to your voice and you discover your voice, and also you discover yourself. And when I watch it, I discovered that one as well.
That's great. I love that. So Region 10, drop one word in the chat that captures what you took away from Katja, Magdalena, and Serjan tonight. So let's have a look into the chat. And earlier there, Munich Mick, amazing mums, you rock. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I saw my mom is sending some flowers to me as well. I love you,
Is
Mom.
she? Mum's watching. So best wishes to your mum. Yeah, absolutely. And I saw earlier Paolo Porino said, my mother, she used to say, yes, how you present yourself to the world tells a story before you even open your mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a Nigerian proverb I heard during the week that says, people address you the way you dress. So, it's the attitude, it's the feeling, it's the presence. That's wonderful. So let's see some new comments, inspiring, empowering. Thank you there as well. Anyone else? Some words of encouragement, one word in the chat. Keep them coming and we'll come back to those as well.
Yeah. And speaking of mothers, David, there is someone else who has been waiting very patiently to come on the show, this show tonight.
Oh no, Serjan, is it?
Yes, it is. Region 10. It is Reggie. And tonight, Reggie has a very special Mother's Day surprise for all of you. And no game tonight, just heart. And roll the video.
Sending a hug to mothers of all kinds today. Whether you are raising humans, mothering plants, or nurturing your club, you are our heroes. Introducing my personal hero, my mom. I especially remember 3 pieces of advice she gave me as a cub. And every single one is a leadership lesson. Here we go. Number 1.
Reggie, half of being great is just being there. The other half is being there again tomorrow.
My mom invented showing up before the calendars did. Number 2.
If you can't say something nice, say it as a speech evaluation.
My mom invented feedback before the manuals did. And now for the third lesson, and the one closest to my heart.
Keep your heart as sweet as that treat, Reggie, and the world will never feel cold.
Ah, my mom! I might have left her a very sticky memory of that lesson, but she just hugged me tighter. She taught me that warmth isn't just a feeling, it's a way of leading others. Because at the end of the day, the best leaders aren't the ones with the loudest voices, but the ones with the warmest hearts. So remember, whatever your ice cream moment is this week, stay consistent, speak with kindness, and lead with heart. And with this, I am sending it back to the studio to keep the news moving. Over to you.
Oh, Reggie, I love you. It touches really my heart.
Yeah. And you know what, Region 10, at the top of the show, Sejan and I asked you a question. One thing your mother taught you about leadership. And I mentioned double checking. And then we asked each other, and we never thought to ask the panda.
No, we didn't. But he answered anyway, by the way, and 3 times. Every single one of those was a leadership lesson and worth writing down, I think.
Yeah, half of being great is just being there. The other half is being there again tomorrow. I needed to hear that, Reggie.
Yeah.
And Region 10, your mothers raised leaders. And tonight, every single one of you, Reggie included, has proved it. So mark your calendars. Episode 17 is coming on Sunday, May 24th, right here, same time. And we have 2 stories that you don't want to miss.
And first, we are going to Berlin to meet Mercury Toastmasters, 60 active members, and 35 of them joined just this year. And let me say it again, 35 new members in 1 year. It's really amazing. And what are they doing that the rest of us are not? We are going to find out.
Then we go behind the scenes, one of the most powerful skills that no one teaches you in school, emotional intelligence. Sejan is making me do this one because I'm a certified EQ coach. So I'm going to share some simple tips with you that you can use during the week, whether with yourself, with your team, with your kids, whoever you might need those tips with.
Yeah, let me tell you, people, it was an amazing interview. And also, plus, this interview, we have Regis Button's game is back. So get those eyes ready again.
Absolutely. So for now, hit follow on YouTube and LinkedIn, and we'll see you on May 24th.
Yeah, what a night. 3 mothers and 1 masterclass from Emily, 1 panda with a soft heart, and a region full of love and flowers.
Absolutely. So to every mother watching tonight across all of our 8 districts, thank you. Thank you for the leaders you are raising at home and for the leaders you are becoming on the stage.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, Region 10. We will see you on May 24th for episode 17.
Keep leading.
Keep leading.
Keep speaking.
Keep speaking.
And good night.
Good night.